So right before the grand finale of the Halo World Championship Series final match, 343 teased they had a major announcement. And I was waiting to hear what it was, and now we know. It is the formation of what they are calling Halo Studios. So what exactly is Halo Studios? Well, they're basically rebranding. 343 will cease to exist, which, thank God, it's about damn time. And it will be replaced with the company now known as Halo Studios. They showed off a lot of tech here, and the promise is that they will be more, I don't know, game centric. I'm not even really sure what the promise is, to be honest here. They are switching to Unreal 5. That was the major first technical takeaway. Unreal 5 will be the new game engine, their custom proprietary create engine, which sucked, was a really bad idea, caused them a lot of issues. They're getting rid of. And they said that they don't want to be a technology company anymore. They want to instead focus on being a game company. And this is a great step for them to do that. Basically, the engine already exists. Unreal already exists. You can use it today. Unreal 5 looks amazing. They're going to take everything that they have and slowly port it over to the new engine. And then they don't have to focus on all of the engine things like the lighting and the AI and all the whatever goes into a game creation. They can just use the tools that are readily available to them. This all sounds amazing on paper. I'm really excited for this because it's a fresh start, at least in how the game looks. But my concern, and there's a lot of concerns I have, by the way, graphics not being one of them. You're looking here at some of the most amazing Halo gameplay. It looks like they're going back and porting some of the original Halo stuff as well. So I don't know if we're going to get some sort of like remastered collection or what they're doing, but this looks so much better than what we've ever played. Now, how good will this be in, like, will this really be a 60 frame per second experience or 120 frame per second experience? Probably not. But boy, does that look good. And I could tell you that during this live reveal, when they were talking about it, the audience and chat were losing their minds. I was losing my mind. This is exactly what I remember Halo looking like, but obviously it didn't. But, you know, that's the old Mark armor, right? That's the old Mark V armor you saw Chief wearing there from Combat Evolved. So you know, right? Like, they're looking at the old stuff. They also said they were going to be releasing multiple games. They're working on multiple things. So, anyways, a lot to take in here from a technical standpoint. But does it really mean anything to us fans from a day-to-day thing? Well, they end this whole announcement with some of the members coming on stage at the Halo Championship Series talking all about, hey, we're basically, you know, we're not 343 anymore. We're dumping that old rotten disease name. We're looking to make a fresh start with fresh games, and we're looking for fresh new talent. I went on their website of job listings. They have 5 listings to date. It's not a ton. Most of them are just your run-of-the-mill programming type positions. And this is where my concern comes in. Yes, the guy who is now in charge of 343, he was the same guy that ran Master Chief Collection and kind of fixed it after the horrible reign of the likes of Bonnie Ross came through and absolutely just destroyed it. Guys like her, or gals like her, Frank O'Connor, long gone. Now we have the new team coming in under the new management. But I say new, keep in mind, this is the same team that's been running Halo now for like almost a year and a half. So this is like his first big push, I guess. They're finally ready to draw back the curtain and say, yes, we are now ready to unveil that we have been, in fact, working on new things. And we're going to give you a small snippet of kind of what that might look like. And you're seeing some of these really cool detailed images of like the energy blade and the armor. And it's like, yeah, it gets you excited. The problem I have is this is still the same 343, just rebranded. The positions that they are offering on the job site aren't impact positions. You're not going to get in there and radically change the culture of this place. You're not going to get in there and radically change the poor things that these guys have been doing for so long. Instead, what you're going to end up getting is maybe more of the same. And that's what my big concern is. Yes, it is a new change. Yes, it is a fresh start. But is it really? Porting from a proprietary custom engine, which nobody liked and nobody wanted, in a live service game that nobody liked and nobody wanted, that was poorly maintained, over to an engine that everybody said you should do, that's just common sense. That's not like this revolutionary new radical change. We're going in some crazy direction and we're going to make Halo a card game. And no, it's none of that. It's not this crazy thing you've never heard of. That's exactly what people wanted forever ago. So now we're right kind of where we should have been before Infinite came out. Okay, got it. But what does this mean for the future now? Well, that's maybe where the big question is. Maybe that's where we can look at it and say, okay, does this free up resources maybe for them not to have to focus on the proprietary engine? Does this maybe free up resources from them realizing live service doesn't work? I don't really know. It's hard to make the connection between that technology and the idea of like the live service. But the reality is, the new Halo studios with the new fancy logo and the shiny new graphics. Okay. I'll bite on that in the sense that like it's exciting, but at the end of the day, I don't really know what to expect. And given the track record that 343 or Halo Studios has had since the inception and since the management has been put in place and since it's been under Phil Spencer and rebought from Bungie and part of the Microsoft machine, hasn't really been that great. And a lot of the stupid decisions they made didn't have anything to do with the graphics engine. It had to do with them chasing the next big thing. It had to do with them making weird design choices in gameplay and weird philosophical and story beats that didn't really mash up to what people wanted. And ultimately, I think you had a case of an industry not knowing where they wanted to be. Yes, this is the same studio and the same engineers who were touting the revolutionary Create engine and how amazing it was 5 years ago, who are now celebrating and lauding the fact that they're using a commonly utilized commercial engine in Unreal 5 that, by the way, every other studio is using. This is the same studio that's now celebrating that, basically saying, hey, we made it. We are now going to adapt the next big thing. And it's like, I don't know. So cautiously optimistic. I want to celebrate the death of 343. That place sucked. It was the worst thing that's ever happened to Halo. I'm glad it's gone, never return. And that's great. Will Halo Studios be better? Time will tell. As a guy who's loved Halo for a very, very long time now, we just generally get shit on as fans. So I'm going to be very bullish in my prediction and say no. This isn't going to be great and revolutionary for us, but I want to be proven wrong, and I want to love Halo again. And I'm hoping that maybe this is a good first step that the game studio has realized and is kind of appeasing to, which sounds dumb to say, the fans, in the sense that they're doing what everybody knew they should have done a long time ago, and that is focus on games and not game engines. Time will tell. I think this also marks the end of the end of the Bonnie Ross era, truly the end of Chris Lee and his horrible running of Halo Infinite before he was ultimately gone. And I will close with this. I met Chris Lee at an Xbox Fan Fest event years ago. I went down, I got my Halo Infinite poster, I had him sign it. I shook his hand, I took a selfie with him. And I looked him in the eye and I said, now you're telling me you're going to fix Halo. And he goes, man, I got it. And he didn't have it. He lied. He lied right to my face. So wherever you are, Chris, and Bonnie and a lot of the other management that really ruined my game studio. I wish no personal ill will towards you, but kindly never come back and do not contribute anything to Halo. I'm hoping that this new logo and this new idea is a fresh start of passion and injection and a renaissance era for a game which sorely needs it. Time will tell. Thank you guys so much for watching. Take care of yourselves, and until next time, I will see you guys on the other side.